Sambhavaya cha Mayo Bhavaya cha Namah Shankaraya cha Mayaskaraya cha Namah Shivaya cha Shivataraya cha Om Namah Shivaya Mahaparvati Pate Hara Hara Mahadeva. Om Namah Shivaya and welcome to Hinduism in Focus. We are speaking on the glories of Bhagwan Shiva, and all of this is in observance of Shivraatri in this month of February. We have gone through so many great lessons over the past week or so, and we continue along that path because Shivratri is about coming to know the eternal, coming to know the unlimited, coming to know that which has no boundaries. Now, if something is unlimited, it has no boundaries, it is eternal, then how can the limited intellect of you and I come to know it in its eternity, in its full magnitude? We can't. So the intellect will come and it will come to know up to its capacity. And when it works out its capacity, we enter into the eternity itself and become one with Shiva. And that is the ultimate goal, as it were. So Shiva and Shivratri, they are really meant to bring us to know our true selves, which we ought to know, after which nothing else is left to be known, like this. So we have been speaking on this over the past days, and we will continue. Today we will begin to look at the Rudrashtakam, a very soul-warming and very moving Ashtakam in the Uttarkand of Tulsi Ramayana. Ashtakam means a compilation of 8 verses, and this one is popular. Though popular, it is filled with some of the most philosophical teachings of our creed that sometimes they get lost in just the recitation, but it is powerful. It is a Ashtakam in which the Guru prays to Lord Shiva. He salutes Lord Shiva. He glorifies Lord Shiva on behalf of the Chela, on behalf of the student, the Shishya, so that the grace of Shiva will descend on that Shishya who had done some wrong. But what is important for us, not necessarily that episode, but to see the type of glorification, that the language and the structure that brings forth the deepest teachings from the Upanishads, from the Shastras, to us, that may benefit us and give us an idea about the glories of Bhagavan, the Supreme Self, which we all have to one day become for us to exit this cycle of birth and death and to attain mukti, as it were. Let us commence and see how far we can give commentary. Namami Shameshan Nirvana Rupam Vibhum Vyapakam Brahma Veda Swarupam Nicham Nirgunam Nirvikalpam Niriham Chidakashamakasha Vasam Bhajeham Chidakashamakasha Vasam Bhajeham. In this first shloka, Namami Shameshana Nirvana Rupa, the highest teaching of the Shastra, which is called Nirvana, enlightenment, mukti, moksha, self-realization, all these are terminologies refer to the same thing. That is the first thing that the Guru praises Shiva, that you are Nirvana Rupam. You are the very form, the embodiment of this Nirvana. And that is what makes the verse and the entire Ashtakam so powerful, because it comes to the point. It doesn't, as we say in common parlance, beat around the bush. No, it comes directly, it strikes at the core. That, look, O Lord, O Shiva, you are Nirvana. It sets the pace. You are Nirvana, no question asked. You are the ultimate one. You are the goal. You are the higher self. We have no doubt. We have nothing to argue about that. So, salutations to you. You're Nirvana Rupa. And that is how not brutal, but how direct Shivratri is. Shivratri and the worship of Shiva is meant to strike to the core of who or what we are. That is why it is universal. It is Maha because it is meant to bring to us our greatest attainment. Now, every Monday in Shiva tradition is a Shivratri, weekly Shivratri. Every month, Shiva Chaturasi, 12th day I believe, 11th or 12th day, it is monthly Shivratri, like this. But in a year, there's a Maha, amongst all these 12 or 13, there's a Maha Shivratri, which is this one. And Maha not because it stands out more than the others in the year, that is true also. But Maha, because it's supposed to bring us to our Maha, to our greatness, to know our greatness, that we are the Supreme Self. And Shiva is the goal, the ultimate self. And we have to become that. It's a stark reminder of our goal. And this Guru in this verse, he first says, Nirvana Rupam, salutations to you who are the goal. You are Nirvana, your self-enlightenment. You are the bliss, you're the enlightenment personified. This enlightenment has been given a personality, and that is you. So we establish that. We're not going to argue with that. You're the Supreme Self. Amazing. So that Shiva Nirvana Rupam, Namami Shameshan, I adore you, the ruler of the whole universe. See, because if you are the ultimate goal, it means this whole universe is under your command and control. It's your power that works it. And that is why I was showing you, when we say Shivratri is a union of Shiva and Parvati, or the Shiv Parvati Vihar, the marriage of Shiva and Parvati, this is what we meant, because Bhava means Shiva and Bhavani means Parvati. That which has come from the unmanifested power of existence is called Bhavani. What comes from Bhava is Bhavani. Bhavani is not inferior to Bhava. It is one and the same. The unmanifested universe manifests itself as Bhavani. When it contracts itself into unmanifested state, the manifest become unmanifest, is called Bhava, Shiva. And that is our true self, is Nirvana. So, the Guru says, I adore you, the ruler of this universe, who is Nirvana Rupam, the embodiment of Nirvana, the embodiment of enlightenment. So it's you who we have to seek enlightenment. And when we seek enlightenment, we become that which you are. What else is there to be known? That is the glory embedded in Shiva and Shivratri. Second line, Vibhum Vyapakam Brahma Veda Swarupa. And we spoke of this in yesterday a little bit, that you are omnipresent and you're all-pervading Brahman, manifested, it says, Vibhum Vyapaka Brahma Veda Swarupam. Veda Swarupam, you are the self, the very form of Veda, of knowledge. Veda Swarupam, that the essence is Swa, the essence of all knowledge. You manifest that essence. Your form is that essence of all knowledge. So Tulsi was right when he says, Vande Bodhamayam Nityam Gurum Shankara Rupinam. This Guru, eternal Guru, Shankara, I adore, who is all knowledge. Tulsi wrote in that verse, he says, Yamashrito hi vakropi chandraha sarvatra vanyate. He who is all wisdom, resting on your brows, the crooked shaped moon is adored by all universally. Meaning to say that in you everything gets its true perspective, everything gets its true light. So you are Veda Swarupa, the embodiment of all knowledge. So if you're the Veda Swarupa, the embodiment of knowledge, and you're Nirvana Rupam, the embodiment of Nirvana. So knowledge and Nirvana, one and the same. You are the Supreme Self. You are the source. So this Guru who is praising Lord Shiva in this Ashtakam, he goes directly, he strikes at the heart. No question asked now. We establish it. But in a devotee's fondness for the Lord, in the fondness of the devotee for the Lord. Later on in the Ashtakam, we'll see how the devotee now becomes child-like play with Shiva. Reminds him, describes him now, giving him a persona, giving him a form like you and I, to become intimate now with this Shiva. But now in the first two shloka, the teacher establishes the hard truth, the hard fact as to what reality that which is Shiva really is. So he say, Namami Shameshana Nirvana Rupam Vibhum Vyapakam Brahma Veda Swarupam. You establish that. Veda Swarupam. In the next line, Nijam Nirgunam Nirvikalpam Niriham Chidakashamakashava Sambhajeham. That I worship Lord Shiva, who is shining in his own glory. Shining in his own glory. Now what all of this is coming to the fact that we already established. He is self-effulgent. Now, you and I, if we want to shine, we have to shine. Let's contextualize it. Let us say we want to demonstrate, we want to do a Shiva Puja in the night. For that Shiva Puja to be seen by everyone who is there, we have to put on lights. So we can only show that puja because of the presence of light. So we depend on the light. We can only show our work because of light. We can only show what is in our house when we switch on the lights. So we depend on something to show what we have or who we are. So there's a sense of dependency now. And even in that dependency with our ego, we feel we are in control. This is the unfortunate world that we are in. But all of that aside now, in Shiva's case, it's the opposite. He is self-shining, shining in his own glory. He doesn't depend on us to shine his glory because his whole universe manifests his glory as Bhavani. And when we want to recognize that this is my glory, he's calling marriage of Bhavan with Shiva and Bhavani, called Shivratri, reminding us it is his glory. So the Guru says, Nijam Nirgunam Nirvikalpam Niriham Chidakashamakashava Sambhajeyam. So this Shiva who shines in his own glory, independent, stands out. That is called glorious. That is called power. Not the people who are in having things in life, in the universe, feel, oh, they're powerful. They are for that moment. But 2 moments after, they are not. But that, he who does not depend on anything to demonstrate power, glory, and light, is a source of that power, glory, and light, which is Shiva. And the verse is rightly giving us this truth. Tomorrow, when we meet, we will pick it up from here. Until then, may grace of Shiva be with all of us. Om Namah Shivaya.